Magandang araw po muli sa inyong lahat. Ito po ang Tipon-Tipan sa PIA, ang ugnayan ng pamalaan at ng mamamayan. Ngayong umaga, ihahatid namin sa inyo ang isang paksa kung saan makakasama natin ang ating Regional Director ng Department of Tourism, Director Blesida Diwa. Ano nga ba ang update sa ating pong turismo dito po sa Lambak, Cagayan? Ayan po ang inyong abangan sa loob ng isang oras na talakayan at balitaktakan dito sa ating palatuntunan. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Oliver Tamayo Bakay, sa ngalan ng ating Regional Director, Director Purita sa Montelica, sa inyo ang ating palatuntunan ngayong araw na to. Of course, sabi ko nga kanina, kasama natin si Regional Director Blesida Diwa at mamaya ay ating makakaugnayan ng ating mga media friends sa magitan ni kasamang Gine Bakiran. Pero bago yan, atin munang pabatiin si Director Bless. Maraming salamat, Regional Director, at kayo na naman po ay makakasama namin dito sa ating pong palatuntunan. Ang inyong pong pagbati sa ating pong mga tagapanood at tagapakinig.
Mabalo Oliver, thank you so much. Good morning, Diyos taumanitam ngamin. Thank you, and I would like to say thank you so much to Director Licas, to all the media who are here right now, and it's really more fun coming to the PIA office.
Yes, it's more fun in our Tipon-Tipan today. So sa ating mga kasamang mga media practitioners, ang ating mga batikang mga mamamahayag, ipapakilala sa atin yan kasamang Gine Valentin Bakiran.
Magandang umaga kasamang Oliver. Good morning, Director Bless Diwa. At napakaganda po ni Ma'am sa araw na to. At syempre, tayo pong lahat no, ay kailangan feeling beautiful always. No? Syempre, makakasama natin sa ating programa, ang ating mga friends from the media na wala pong sawang sumusuporta sa programang ito. Of course, ang Batikan, ano? Si Ma'am Digna Pagulayan. Kasama din natin ang Bombo Radyo, si kasamang Marvin Kangkang. At dito sa ating technical side, si kasamang ang chief po ng Philippine News Agency, si kasamang Sim Dilan. Ang ating mga kasamahan sa technical side, si kasamang Alvin de los Santos, Modesto Ferrer, Tony Goyagoy, at si John Teddy Malonga. Ang ating mga OJT students mula po sa Cagayan State University. At maya-maya kasamang Oliver ay makakasama din natin ang ating pang mga ilang media friends, no?
Yes, oo. At as usual ay hahabol sila at mamaya ipapakilala natin sila pag nandito na sila sa atin. Nitong huling buwan ng taong 2013, nakasama natin si Regional Director Bless Diwa actually sa airport pabalik sa Maynila at nakaugnayan natin siya sa ilang mga naging accomplishments ng Department of Tourism noong 2013. Pero ngayon, muli nating aalamin sa kanya ano nga ba ang naging highlights ng mga pangyayari noong 2013, Director Bless, lalong-lalo na itong pagbisita ng mga Korean nationals natin. Ano pong nangyari noon?
Tama po yun na dumating ang ating Korean media, vloggers, and TV production crew na they made a familiarization tour sa buong Cagayan, and not only in Cagayan but part of Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, and of course sa Cordillera Administrative Region. And we would say it was a very successful familiarization trip for all of them because actually we are now receiving from the Facebook, mga Twitters, mga comments na talagang napakaganda ang Cagayan Valley Region.
Okay, so maganda yung naging output nung familiarization, the activity na yon with Korean vloggers and the TV production the crew Pero sabi ho ninyo noon parang may mga spots talaga na nagustuhan itong ating mga kapatid na Koreano bumisita. Can you name some of the tourist spots na talagang nakita natin yung paghanga nila sa ganda ng Cagayan Valley, Director?
Of course, yung pinuntahan nila yung una, yung ating pagkain na tinikman nila lahat ang
Na-appreciate din nila yung pagkain ng iba na, Director?
Yes, of course, yung ating mga pansit, batil pato, yung ating very famous Tuguegarao City Longganisa, lahat ng indigenous delicacies natin, yung mga patupat, inatata, binalay, and not only that, tinikman din nila yung ating mga pinakbet, dinengdeng. So talagang nagustuhan nila, and of course some of our exotic food, no? And napuntahan nilang mga lugar yung ating Calao Caves Tourist Zone natin na they did really doing romancing with the mud. sa Sierra Cave.
Oh.
And of course, they watched the circadian flight of bats. Then pumunta sila sa they passed by our Igig Calvary Hills, yung mga different historical churches nating along the highway, yung Saint Philomen Church, yung ating Kamalanyugan Church natin, Lalo Church, and of course, yung pinakakwan nila when they did a trekking at Palawi Island. They went to Cape Engaño and they did different water sports activities, snorkeling, kayaking, and of course, nag-swimming sila dun, and they really enjoyed, and of course, immersion with the people of the province of Cagayan. At nakita nila, very unique ang hospitality natin. So, they went also to Isabela and Nueva Vizcaya. Yeah, they had an experience at the Lower Magat Dam Ecotourism Park, and they had an experience also going to the Banawe Rice Terraces.
Okay, so napakarami nilang napuntahan sa Cagayan Valley Region. Yan ay sa mainland Region 2 pa lang po, ano? Because mamaya malalaman natin kung kailan sila pupunta ng Batanes. I guess mayroon silang plan, Director, ano? Pero bago yan sa ating mga media friends, ang ating paksa ngayon ay maliban doon sa mga sales mission na ginanap nitong nakaraang taon, pwede rin po kayo magtanong tungkol sa increase ng tourist arrivals natin last year. And of course, yung DOT-DPWH Convergence Program, ito yung road access to the tourist spots natin, ano? And then, yung mga restoration ng century churches natin, anong plano dito? And of course, the Tourism Product Development Program ngayon ng atin pong Department of Tourism, kasabay na rin yung mandatory accreditation ng ating mga hotels and resorts. So, yun yung ating maaaring mga itanong dito. Baka mamaya maubusan tayo ng oras na naman, hindi natin napag-usapan lahat-lahat, ano? So, dati na natin i-distribute sa ating mga media friends. Anyway, sa ating mga media friends, kung meron ang gustong magtanong tungkol doon sa highlights of events, of course, Sir Simba Dilan ng Philippines News Agency.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, i-follow up ko lang kung ilang Koreano ang bisita natin last year na pupunta dito.
Okay, ilan ba sila, madam?
Around 150 plus. Oo, pero ang pinakamarami natin ay ang Chinese tourists natin. Ang pinakamarami.
Pero doon sa sales mission, ma'am, ilan sila?
They were 20, all of them.
20 doon sa sales mission. Pero doon sa yearly na listahan natin na tourist arrival sa list ng 150 ang Korean nationals. Okay. Yes, si kasamang Jeanette?
Ma'am, compared po dun sa 2012 na tourist arrivals natin, nag-increase po ba tayo, ma'am? At paano po natin nagawa yun, ma'am?
Yes. Actually, if we compare our tourist ang arrivals, no? Dapat sabihin natin arrivals because sineseparate natin ang Philippine residents arrivals sa non-Philippine resident arrivals natin. That means pag Philippine residents, that is a domestic arrival natin. At ang non-Philippine resident, that as international arrivals natin. So, ang total ng ating tourist arrivals natin ngayon ay around sa guest arrivals natin is around 531,868, 2013. If we compare it to 2012, it's 387,443. That means there is a 37% increase. Ang total Philippine residents who came here to the whole Cagayan Valley region, 439,873. That is 2013. And for 2012, 374,749. So that is 17% increase of Philippine residents who went to visit Cagayan Valley region.
Okay.
For non-Philippine residents, that is international arrivals, we have 91,974. And for 2012, it was only 12,694. That means there is a 625% increase of foreign arrivals natin. So, ang number one na arrival natin is, of course, from China, 78,386. And number two is, of course, USA, 20,514. So, sa Korea natin ay, nandito na pala ang final, around 562.
Pang ilan ang Korea, ma'am?
Number 6.
Number 6 siya. Okay, so ang nangunguna ay China, USA, and then the third, ma'am, is Taiwan.
Yes, oo. Taiwan is 1,471. Actually, ito ay partial pa lang, no?
Yes,
Because we're
okay.
going to finalize it at the end of the month.
Okay.
So that means there will be more arrivals. Kasi sineseparate namin ngayon ang arrivals na overnight.
Mm-mm.
So if we ang day tourists,
Mm-mm.
kinakount din namin. That means ang day tourists yung bumalik agad sila. So it's around 280.
Okay. Si kasamang Marvin, merong question.
Ma'am, ano po yung nakikita po natin na rason kung bakit po nag-increase po tayo ng mga tourist arrivals dito sa region to po, ma'am?
Oo.
Number 1, yung nangyari noong last year na ginanap sa Municipality of Santa Ana sa Palawi Island, na ito yung event na pinangunahan ng ating Cagayan Economic Zone Authority, yung Survivor Cagayan na ginawa, na there were around more than 500 Americans, Australian tourists who visited our Cagayan.
Oh, so talagang pati yun ay nakadagdag sa ating
Yes.
pong
They
tourist
stayed here
arrivals.
for around 5 months. So that means talagang maganda. There were more jobs given to the people, and especially in the municipality of Santa Ana.
How about dun sa mga na-promote natin, ma'am? Alin yung mga talagang pinupuntahan ng ating pong mga turista?
Kasi pag dumating ang ating turista, we make sure na yung ating tour package or itinerary ay nagagawa nila, no? Of course, in the province of Cagayan, dinidistribute natin yan talaga, no? The whole 4 provinces. Of course, pag Batanes, iba naman yan, nakaseparate yan. So talagang pinupuntahan nila, but number 1 ay ang ating municipality of Santa Ana, since nalalaman na nila, as we all know, in Palawi Island, we are the top 100 best beach in the world, no?
Oo nga, ma'am.
Because of its raw beauty.
Yeah, oo. And then the Palawi Island, parang sa CNN vlog ay nalagay siya as number 3, I guess.
Number 3, yes.
Oo, number 3 siya. So, yun, yung mga dahilan siguro, factors. Pati dagdag na rin natin, ma'am, yung movie sa Calao Cave. Dahil doon, maraming gustong pumisita sa Calao. Yung mga bisita nating taga-Philnos, yun yung talagang dahilan kung bakit gusto nilang pumunta doon.
The Mistress.
Yeah, the Mistress. Gusto nila. Yeah. Oo, Director Diwa was one of the sponsors,
Extra.
Yeah, Bea Alonzo and John Lloyd Cruz. Si kasamang Gine ulit. Pero bago si kasamang Gine, i-acknowledge natin si Madam Lady L, Madam Lorna Pascual ng Clearview Cable Television. Of course, Madam Angeli Lubo Mercado ng PIA. Yes, Madam Gine Valentin Bakiran.
Kanina nga po nabanggit nyo na isang malaking dahilan yung pagsasagawa ng survivor, no, dito sa Santa Ana. So with that, ma'am, na napakalaki po ng impact ng activity na to, may move po ba tayo na again mag-stage ng another such kind na program po to para patuloy po yung mga turista na pupunta sa atin?
Yes. Actually, talagang meron uling another event, pero itong ating we're waiting for it is Koreans, no? They're going to make a film in Batanes.
Wow, film.
Wow.
Kailan ito, ma'am? Mga anong within this year?
They're coming here na itong summer natin sa Batanes. And of course, after that, they're going to bring again yung kung sinong actor na darating. Wow. So talagang napakagandang promotion. As we all know, lahat tayo mahilig sa Korean telenovela.
Pero ma'am, ang dilemma lang natin from the mainland, gusto man nating makita. Ang hirap puntahan dahil talagang yung accessibility pa rin ang problema natin pagdating sa mga island provinces at saka island municipalities natin. And of course, pati yung pinromote natin noon na si Bangkov ng Calayan Island na napuntahan yata ni Mami. Ewan ko kung kasama siya. Ay no, hindi. Kasi nga nahihilo siya hindi siya nakasakay sa, Pero yung ibang mga media natin napuntahan nila, ang ganda. Pero
yes,
yung
tama.
accessibility kasi ang problema pa rin natin, ma'am.
So we hope and pray na we have a convergence between DOT and DOTC
Mm-mm.
na soon na yung airstrip for enhancement. As alam naman natin may airstrip dun sa Calayan, so i-improve yun. So we made a recommendation already to DOTC.
Okay. Oh, si Madam Digna. Okay.
Thank you, Ver. Good morning po, Director.
Morning.
Di ba nagdala ng wasabi yung mga Koreano? Para sa kanilang pagkain.
Oh, dagdag noon. Kasi siyempre, kahit tayo, namimiss din natin kung kuminsan yung
Was-
mga pagkain natin eh.
Okay, ang tanong ko, Director, sa ating mga Philippine residents, ini-encourage pa ba ninyo yung program ninyo Bring Home a Friend
Yes.
sa ating mga...
Tama po yan.
Yeah.
Oo. At actually, itong ating mga private sectors natin, yung Philippine Tour Operators Association, yung Philippine Travel Agencies Association, meron silang project yung Bangon Tours, no? Bangon Tours na tinatawag, no? Na parang we are encouraging the whole Filipino community to travel from itong December hanggang February, and part of their expenses will be given to the typhoon victims, to the earthquake victims. So, yun ang isang project ng ating mga private sectors natin. But anyway, we just want to promote na this coming February, the biggest travel show that will be done in SMX Mall of Asia is the 21st Travel Tour Expo. No? Ito yung pinakamalaking travel tour expo na mangyayari. So, all the big discounts will be there, and there will be more than 300 booths. Lahat ng airlines will have discounts. All your accommodation will be discounts. So, we encourage you to come to the Travel Tour Expo this coming February 13, 14, 15.
13, 14, 15
That is,
February, ma'am?
Yeah, 13,
Okay.
14, 15. It's
Saan po ito, ma'am?
SMX Mall of Asia.
Okay. Sa Manila siya, sa MOA. Dito sa ating region, ma'am, wala na ba po kayong balak, ma'am, to create a regional, kumbaga parang version of the Travel Tour Expo?
Actually, marami tayong naka-line up activities, no, na on the regional and national level with of course with partnership with our private sectors. Itong katapusan there will be a big affair in Lyceum of Papari where all Catholic schools in Region 2, yung Cagayan Educational Association of the Philippines, will be coming to have their regional sports and cultural events. So that means all the schools in the whole Region 2 will be there at Lyceum of Papari, and we have a tourism booth, and we encourage our partners in the private sectors, our travel agencies, tour operators, to give discounts to this event. And of course, this coming February 24 to 28, yung ating second National Ecotourism Festival na gagawin sa Santa Teresita. So marami yan. It will not be only the national but international level.
Okay, so marami din pala tayong abangan dito sa ating pong region, na mga travel tour expo sa ating pong lugar. So follow up? Okay, sige. Another question, Madam Digna.
May nabanggit kasi kanina, Ver, yung restoration of tourist spots. Pero siguro, nababanggit na ito o naibabalita na. Ang gusto lang nating itanong kay Director, yung promotion ng mga tourist spots sa Baggao, Director. Kasi nung pumunta kami kay Father Eman sa Baggao, marami siyang mga nababanggit na mga tourist spots sa Baggao. Pero parang sa akin, bago sa aking pandinig, meron yung mga cave doon, Blue Water ba yun?
Blue Water Cave.
Yeah.
Oo.
Paano po ang promotion natin, ma'am, para meron din silang ibang mapupuntahan ng ating mga tourists?
So, number one, we have a convergence with our local government units. That means na you cannot just promote any destination without a tourism product development. So, here we are at the Department of Tourism willing to help the local government units. What do you really want to promote in your municipality? Ano ang gusto mo i-promote? Is it nature, cultural, historical? So, pilgrimage tourism. So, napaka-importante na we must do an assessment. What are the things that you want to promote? But are we ready? So number one uli, yung ating accessibility, transportation, accommodation. What are the services? Ano ba ang kailangan ng isang turista? Siyempre, yung mga pagkain niya, mga souvenir shops. So napaka-importante lahat yan. So lahat yan ay pinupuntahan namin, those local government units who are willing to really to undergo a tourism product development.
Oo.
At importante po yan.
And I guess, ma'am, yung ating pong Baggaw ay kasama doon sa DOT, DPWH Convergence Project?
Yes,
For
tama
this
po
year.
yan. So, isa yan sa 2014 na DOT DPWH Convergence Program, the road leading to the blue water. So nandyan na yan, and soon it will be implemented with the DPWH. So, napaka-importante po. That's why itong programa ng Department of Tourism with DPWH Convergence Program, pag sinabi natin convergence, do you have a destination na leading, do you have a road leading to a destination na hindi accessible? So, there are criteria to be followed. Do you have an accommodation facilities? Do you have services? Do you have the tourist arrival? So you have to prove na you need that road, and we will really help you with DOT DPWH Convergence Program. So yan po ang importante na tulong-tulong po na yun ang correct magic word ngayon is convergence.
Okay. Yes, kasamang Lorna.
Okay, good morning everyone, and walang kakupas-kupas na beautiful director ng DOT. Good morning, Mama Diwa. Ito po tanong ho naman natin yan, pinag-uusapan ho natin ng magagandang tanawin. Meron ho sa ating lugar, dito ho sa Rion 2, sabihin na ho natin, dito sa Cagayan, ayan. Ma'am, ano po yung bilang ho naman ng mga foreign tourist po ang ating babanggit, ang ating tatanungin ngayon, o anong race, o is it mas maraming bumibisita pong mga Hapones o mga American o mga ganon? Okay.
Of course, ang number one foreign arrivals natin are from China. It's around 78,386. And for number two is USA, 20,514. And number 3 is Taiwan, 1,471, no? So, lahat, if you want to ask, ang ating non-Philippine residents, foreign arrivals, ang total arrival natin for 2013 is 439,873 versus 2012 arrivals is 300, I'm sorry. Ang non-Philippine residents is 91,974 versus 2012, it's 12,694. That means there is a 625% increase of tourist arrivals natin. Of foreign, no? Foreign. That's why,
Yes,
gusto ko lang
Director.
uli na kagaya ng nakikiusap tayo because the right way for tourism statistics, to arrivals natin is from the municipality.
Yeah, okay.
The municipality should have the initiative. If you have the destination, kailangan naka-record lahat yan yung ating mga arrivals, domestic or foreign. At napaka-importante, and from the municipality, ibabato nila sa province. And the province, ibabato nila sa regional, sa DOT namin. At kami, ibibigay namin sa central office. So, kaya that's why we gave trainings to all the 5 provinces already, how to get the right tourism statistics, how to gather the right tourism statistics.
So, are all municipalities, madam, ay meron na silang mga in charge? Kasi hindi natin pwedeng masabing tourism officer kasi there are municipalities na wala pong tourism officer. Pero at least merong mga designates for tourists.
For the 5 provinces meron.
Pero sa mga municipalities natin, ma'am, meron na kaya?
Meron
Kompleto
sa
tayo?
iba, yung katulad sa Bagao, ay
Oo.
very active mga yan. Sa Santa Ana.
Mm-mm.
So, very kwan din sila. That's why we encourage them. Ang kwan talaga is really convergence, work with us, because ang role namin is, if you are ready and you come to us, tell us what you need. We need trainings, capability trainings for your people, for your frontliners, for your tourism services, we are here to help you. No?
Okay. Si kasamang Angeli.
Good morning po, Director. Regarding po dun sa Bangon Tours Package, ma'am, we are very glad because Tuguegarao and Batanes ay kasama po dun sa 16 destinations nationwide. So dito po sa Tuguegarao, ma'am, sino na po yung mga private sector natin in the tourism industry na nag-signify o kasama po dun sa package? And another po is paano po yung monitoring natin regarding dun sa minimum share of 5% out of the package, out of the Bangon Tour Package? Salamat po.
Actually, ang accredited dito ay yung GMB Lasam Travel Agency, no? So sila ang nagsasabi sa amin kung ilan ang dumating. So that's why we have we really coordinate with them, no? Napaka-importante po 'yon. So talagang recording is very important. We just don't take it for granted. Kasi dito magpapakita na if we have more tourist arrivals, that means more money will come to us because nakikita nila na we are aggressive in the tourism industry.
Okay. Yes, kasamang Jeanette.
Iyon yung pinapatanong ko kay Mami Dig kanina, kaso lang mas may priority daw siyang question. Nababanggit na rin po ni Director Diwa yung money. So, with that number of tourism, Director, ilan po yung na-generate natin na income dun po sa arrival nila?
Bali, ang how to get yung result nito is ang standard na ginagastos ng foreign tourists natin is around $1,000 US, no? That means 1,000, and for a Filipino it's also around per day yun per day, no? For a Filipino it's around 1,000 pesos din, no? So i-multiply mo, that's a billion already na umiikot sa atin sa buong Cagayan Valley region. That means hindi lang nakinabang ang lahat ng tourism establishments, but the farmers who gave the rice, yung nagtanim ng gulay na binili ng restaurant. So lahat yan, it's a 60,000 business. Lahat yan nakinabang, mga souvenir items, mga transportation natin. So when we speak of tourism, we speak love of country, pride of country, and that means it's a warm welcome. That is the unique, no? Even alam natin maraming nangyari sa atin. But palaging nakaangat tayo because it's the Filipino, the warm welcome that we give, the unique hospitality that we give, kung paano tayo mamisita. Ito yung unique na pinagmamalaki ng every Filipino. And just to let you know na ang kanilang assessment is we are the most hospitable people, Cagayan Valley region.
Okay, I am trying to compute itong sinasabi ni Director. 3.8 million. Computation, foreign pa lang yun wala pa yung 1,000 pesos. So per day. Oo. So, sa total na kuwan na 974 na kuwan. Parang rough estimate pa lang 'yon. Oo. So, malamang mas mataas pa doon kasi alam mo ang foreigner kapag pupunta sa isang lugar yan, kapag may nakursa na dahan, bili lang ng bili yan. No? Ilalagay lang sa bag nila yan and then souvenir nila pagbalik nila sa kanilang lugar. So, yun, malaki-laki pala ang umikot na pera out of the tourist arrivals po natin. Kaya nga kung minsan nakadepende rin ang ating ekonomiya, malaki din ang impact niya sa economy, ang tong tourist arrivals natin, Director, Yes, kasamang Jeanette.
Interesado lang ako kung ano yung most visited tourist destination dito sa Cagayan at kung anong province ang may pinakamaraming arrivals po.
Parang parehas din doon sa kanina, Director,
Yes,
doon sa Korean,
Of course, Cagayan. Cagayan, then Batanes, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya. But lahat naman yan, kasi very accessible tayo lahat nakokon nila lahat. And we really encourage them na pag nagbigay tayo ng parang itinerary, kasali yung 4 na probinsya palagi.
Okay, bias lang kasi natin, ang tourist flagship destination pa rin ng Cagayan Valley region is the Calao Cave of the Peña Blanca. Pinakamalapit kasi siya sa Tuguegarao, kaya madaling puntahan anytime. Yes, kasamang Lord.
Okay, Director, alam po natin na ang negosyong travel and tours, ito naman regarding sa travel and tours, Okay, Rine-require nyo ba sila mag-secure ng clearance? May mga seminars ba sila, training? Para aware din po sila, kasi travel Sabi niyo po kanina, isa po dyan yung active ang GMB Lasam Travel Agency, which is, sabi niyo nga, fair po yun na kailangan natin yung sa data, okay? Kung ilang yung dumating na, ano yung nagpabukay, mga ganon.
Yes, yes ma'am. Tama po yan na gaya ng sabi ko na it's now a mandatory accreditation sa lahat ng ating mga tourism establishments and services. So napaka-importante yung when I speak mandatory, talagang we work hand in hand with the local government unit na ang mandatory accreditation yung mga primary tourism establishments natin, hotels, resorts, mga travel agencies, napaka-importante because the quality of service, the standard pricing, napaka-importante po yan. And of course, yung kanilang paano nila na i-report din sa amin itong mga arrivals nila. So, very important na this is a mandatory accreditation because we have two kinds of tourism establishments, the primary and the secondary. When I speak of secondary, ito yung mga restaurants natin. At importante rin po, because primary, mandatory, secondary, it's voluntary, but you have a big plus if you are accredited by the Department of Tourism. That means you have complied the minimum standards of the quality of service you're giving to all your clients. You are being promoted not only by us, but all over the world. Ito na ang plus ng ating Secretary of Tourism, the Honorable Ramon Jimenez Jr. na sabi niya, kasi kumisan nahihirapan tayo mag-accredit because anong makukuha ko dyan, sabi niya. But hindi niya alam na this is a big plus for them. You are always being promoted, national, international level, and you are part of the promotion. You are part of the trainings that you want, yung mga frontline, waitering, bartending, libre po lahat yan na binibigay ng Department of Tourism. So, palagi nating tandaan the reason to come to your place, the reason to come back to your place, and the reason to tell stories how the good service you have given to your clients.
Okay. So, yes, any follow-up?
Iba po yung
Sige.
Regarding ho, nabanggit ho kanina, Director, yung convergence po, you have that. Yung sa DPWH, nasabi ho, may budget po dyan, may convergence ho kayo. Para po sa pagsasaayos po, para mapaganda yung, let us say, yung infrastruktura ng daanan papunta doon para ang mga turista natin ay hindi naman sila ma-discourage na, ay nako, bako madaanan, kahirap pumunta doon. So, napagtutunan ho talaga nga, naumpisahan na ho ba yung sinasabing convergence project po ninyo ng DPWH at saan pong lugar dito po sa Cagayan? Isa po ba ang Peña Blanca na meron bang daanan ho dyan na pwede pang i-develop, mapaganda ho, Director, dahil ang Canlaw Cave talaga, yan, lagi po ang binibisita ng ating mga turista.
Yes, tama po yan, ma'am. Itong naumpisahan natin noong 2012 and we gave a 250 million DOT DPWH Convergence Program. So ito po yung mga widening improvement of Dugo San Vicente Road, Gonzaga section, Santa Ana section, Bugay section, Camalanyugan section, and Santa Teresita section. And of course, itong access road leading to the Blue Water ay 2014 ay 60 million na ibibigay dito sa 2014. So meron din tayong access road to Kapisaan Cave. This is one of the best destination in Nueva Vizcaya, 46 million. And sa iba, yung ating road leading to the Camp Vizcara, 12,400,000 and the rest are from Batanes. So lahat yan, For 2012, we have a budget of 250 million. For 2013, it's 242 million. And for 2014, we have 544,159,000. So lahat yan, But again, kung sino man ang nakikinig na if you have a road leading to a destination, please come to the Department of Tourism. We will work together, but there are criterias to be followed. Number one, do you have the accommodation facilities? Do you have the arrivals that you want? Do you have the services that you want to give to your clients? So, napaka-importante po yan.
Okay, so yun yung, yes, si kasamang Dean na Villacampa ay kasama din natin. At
Hi.
magtatanong din
Yes
siya.
po.
Okay, sige.
Good morning po, Director. Nababanggit po ng DPWH na may plano about sa tourism aspect. Ngayon yung Calao, ano po yung gagawin natin doon sa Calao area po?
Actually, it's the road leading to Kwan. Ito yung ating access going to Peña Blanca, no? Na road ito na it will really more accessible going para hindi tayo matraffic, hindi tayo natatakot na tumawid, no? So ito yung ating rine-recommend ngayon with Congressman Randy Ting,
Oo.
no?
Parang road widening yung kanilang project doon. And I guess last...
Improvement and widening Peña
yun.
Blanca Calao Cave, and that is 100 million.
Mm-mm.
About dun po sa, nababanggit po natin yung accommodation. I think before, meron tayong magandang accommodation doon, pero medyo napabayaan po. Wala po tayong plano mag-intervene to restore yung area.
Actually, we gave some suggestions na alam natin na kulang ang budget nila, no, sa infrastructure. So we gave them some alternative na if they can ask for a private sector convergence, like sa mga accredited hotels natin like Hotel Lorita, Hotel Ivory, that they can showcase per cottage, Hotel Roma. So it will be a friendly competition, no? Na para makita na kasi you have to give the best amenities to a tourist, and tourists are willing to pay whatever if they feel they are very comfortable, if you give the quality of service. Ganun naman tayo, kahit tayo lahat 'di ba? Pag turista tayo okay lang yan kasi maganda ang serbisyo. Ganun tayo So alam natin, so sana yun ang isang kwan natin na ma-improve yung ating Calao Resort natin.
Have you started, ma'am, talking to these hotel owners?
Actually, they really want, no? We gave already the idea noon kay board member, nung board member Taginod pa noon, na ito yung gusto ng ating mga private sector. So, siyempre, pag-uusapan pa nila yan. Kasi itong Calao Resort is being managed by the province of Cagayan.
Kaya nga po, wala po bang ipinangako ang provincial government
Wala pa naman.
to that
Kasi,
effect?
Kasi nung time ng if you remember, we have the infrastructure arm of the Department of Tourism, formerly called PTA, Philippine Tourism Authority. Now it's called the Tourism Infrastructure Enterprise Zone Authority. But we encourage them also kung pwede nilang ikuan na parang tourism estate na if they don't have the budget, they have to make a project study. Importante po kasi na hindi lang pwedeng hihingin ng ganun, pero they have to make a project study na ito ang kailangan. But during the time of the late Governor Aguinaldo, PTA gave around 7 million for the enhancement of the Calao Resort cottages.
Yung explanation kasi na parang nakukuha ako dyan sa nagrarat na actually. Nakalaw ka. Ang ganda ng facility na yan. Pero ngayon talagang hindi siya priority kasi ang explanation from the provincial governments of Cagayan is that napakalapit kasi ng Tugigaraw. So the tourists, kumbaga parang they are just interested to see the place. Right after the tourism activities in the area, they go back to Tugigaraw para dito sila matulog, ganun. For their another travel for the other day. So parang useless, it's parang napakaliit ng chance kasi na magiging, parang the gain for the government. Parang, but hindi naman dinidiscount yung possibility na mare-restore siya. Yun nga lang sa ngayon ay parang wala pang assurance as to the budget because we've been asking that and ngayon meron silang tourism council, titingnan nila kung saan sila makakakuha ng support for that project. So yun yung latest any other question from our media friends especially, dito muna tayo sa Tourism Product Development ng Department of Tourism. Ano nga ba ito, Director, at papaano magkakaroon ng gain ng ating mga local government units dito sa inyo pong proyekto?
Yes, Oliver, gaya ng sabi ko na we encourage our local government units or private sectors. What do you really want to promote in your municipality? Katulad ngayon ang Municipality of San Pablo, we all know they have their Baka Festival. But now they found out they have nature tourism. No?
Katatapos ng Baka Festival talaga
yes,
nila.
katatapos lang. And now, they have their nature tourism. Ang produkto na gusto nilang ma-sustain ay ang kanilang birding or bird watching sa Mount Hamot. So, maganda yan. With the coordination, with the convergence of our private sector, the Sierra Madre Outdoor Club, we did an assessment already. We did an eco trail. Hinanap namin, we tapped the community. So, ang next step natin na is to put signages going to that birding site or bird watching site. And then we do a homestay training. Pag sinabi nating homestay training, these are in the community, no? Na yung community na yun na may mga bahay na gusto nilang turista na tumira sa kanila for additional income. So we give training to them. But first we have to assess their home. Do they have an extra room? Do we have a clean restroom? So importante yan na may mga training, so we call it the homestay training.
Okay. So, yun ay, of course, hindi lang para sa San Pablo. No? That is just an example. For other LGUs na meron silang potential tourist destination or spot, pwede rin silang humingi ng tulong or assistance from the Department of Tourism.
Sa Municipality of Baggao, we did a frontline training, frontline management training and local tour guiding. Sa Gonzaga, sa Santa Teresita, ay yan, tuloy-tuloy lahat yan na talagang mga training, capability training programs na ginagawa natin dahil, again, quality of service. People will really come back to your place if you give the quality service.
Okay. So, sa ating mga LGUs, alam natin, napakaraming potential pa dyan na hindi pa nalalaman ng publiko. Maaari po kayong dumulog kay Director Bless and she is very willing to assist for the promotion. Si kasamang Gine, any question?
Last year po, Director, is nagbigay po kayo ng around 50,000 na parang festival assistance dun sa mga provinces. Will it continue for this year at may pagtaas po ba sa assistance or what po?
Actually, if they ask for a financial assistance, itong mga major events natin. And of course, yung mga secondary events naman natin, minor events natin, nagbibigay tayo ng assistance, whatever promotion that we can give, talagang we are willing to help them promote their events. So, itong this coming, the Great Bambanti Festival of the province of Isabela,
malapit na yata yun,
January 27 to 31. And the highlight will be the festival, Bambanti Festival. And this will be on January 30 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, this will not be only on the national but international level. Nakita natin, it's really a world-class Bambanti Festival.
The Scarecrow naging...
dinala nila sa Nanning, China, where the province of Isabela was the charm city in Nanning, China.
So, yes, kasamang Sim.
Ma'am, mayroon ba kayong yung second National Ecotourism Festival in Cagayan at kailan dito at anong mga activities na magagawa doon?
Yes, meron po. It's the municipal, it's event ito ng Santa Teresita. It's the second National Ecotourism Festival na mangyayari sa Santa Teresita, Cagayan this coming February 24 to 28. And not only on the national level, but they will have international visitors coming to this second National Ecotourism Festival. And ito, gusto kong we congratulate the mayor, si Mayor Lolita Garcia, dahil if they have the destination, yung Bangalao Lake, cruising the Bangalao Lake with Oliver last year, ngayon, they found out that kung may water lilies dun sa lake ng iba, ay meron silang bakong plant na nakita. Yung bakong plant, no? Na malalaki na bakong plant, and they found out because they tried to check it with the Department of Trade and Industry and the Science Center, at nakita nila na itong bakong plant can be made for furniture, can be used for furniture, for fabric, for paper. So that means it will be a bakong plant industry for North Philippines. So we congratulate Mayor Lolita Garcia for having this initiative na na-find out nila na itong resources na ito ay it will really bring job and livelihood opportunities to the people of Santa Teresita and the whole province of Cagayan.
Okay, so abangan siguro natin ang second tourism festival ng Santa Teresita, no? We will be there siguro, and to do advanced promotion of the activity, and of course Director Diwa will be there also.
But of course, before that, National Oliver, and to all the media, we have nagagawin dito sa Pilipinas the 5th World Ecotourism Conference. So dito sa Pilipinas mangyayari, and it will be in Cebu. We are inviting you this coming before the national, that is February 20 to 22.
Okay. Okay, so ayan ang ating second tourism. Actually, ito nga ay meron tayong invitation from Mayor Lolita Garcia ng Municipality of Santa Teresita. Yan ang sinasabi ni Director, February 24 to March 1. Yung pong kanilang tourism. Ito yung team for the festival, Nature's Treasures, Endless Pleasure, Ecotourism in Santa Ana, Looking Back, Moving Forward. Santa Teresita, I'm sorry, Santa Teresita. Ayan, Tinuulit ko, Nature's Treasures, Endless Pleasure, Ecotourism in Santa Teresita, Looking Back, Moving Forward. So, napakaganda. Abangan po natin yan. Aside from that, Director, yung pong ating sinasabi kanina, yung pong century-old restoration. Ito dapat yung tanong ni Mami Diggs kanina, no? Yung restoration is yung century-old churches natin. Ano po ang gagawin po natin para, kasi alam natin napakaraming area. One, if of course, the beloved town of Madam Angeli here, San Pablo. Nakita natin yung San Pablo, pero yung na-restore, kalahati lang, nung napagagandang church. So, anong balak natin sa iba pang mga churches, ma'am?
Yes, of course, we have a coordination, convergence with the National Commission on Culture and Arts. Alam naman natin yung nangyari sa Bohol. So, tayo po ay talagang we have to really do a preservation and conservation of our 16th, 17th, 18th century churches natin. So we invited the National Commission on Culture and Arts this coming February 27. They're coming here with the National Museum to give a lecture, no? So those who are interested, so we're going to invite our parish, no? Yung mga may historical churches, February 27. So they will be coming here with, of course, this is a partnership with our Ibanag Heritage Foundation, under the Vice President, the Chairman, the founding Chairman is the Vice President Jejomar Binay, and of course, our pinaka-director natin po dito, si Commodore Arugaynan.
Yes.
So February 27, we will have a lecture, a workshop for preservation, conservation, documentation, what are the restrictions, and of course, the putting up of an ecclesiastical museum sa school-based or private sector. Kasi this can be one of the itineraries that we can give to our tourists. Because in Cagayan Valley region, we have the most number of historical churches, around 24 along the tourism highway, no? And of course, out of the 24, 4 has been recognized by the National Commission on Culture and Arts as national treasures of the country. And that these are, of course, our famous St. Matthias Church in Tumawini, the St. Raymond Peñafort Church in Rizal, and the Saint Vicente Ferrer Church in Dupax del Sur, and the Cape Engaño. So these are our national cultural treasures proclaimed by the National Commission on Culture and Arts.
Ay, ano yung Cape Engaño, ma'am?
Yes.
Ah,
It's a national cultural treasure.
kasali yung ating
Yes.
Cape Engaño hasta doon sa apat na yon. Okay, so Palawi yung Cape Engaño natin, ma'am. Ano? Doon sa ating pong, dito sa Cagayan, it's only the Saint Peña,
Peña Fort Church.
Peña Fort ang acknowledge. So yung iba is wala pa po. Hindi pa po siya na.
So, and we are trying to help also, we pray that soon UNESCO Heritage will also proclaim as a World Heritage Site the whole province of Batanes. So they are working, all the local government unit and the people of Batanes are really working that soon it will be nominated as a World Heritage Site.
Bakit yung ibang churches natin ay hindi pa siya acknowledged ng as national treasure ng ating bansa? We know
We
other
will ask
churches.
from them. Yeah.
Okay.
Kaya, but alam naman natin na these are Spanish architectural
Yes,
churches
oo.
na ipinagmamalaki natin.
But we have other churches kasi parang ang naglalaro lang sa isip natin. Meron yung Spanish architectural churches natin and they were built the 16th or 17th century pero hindi siya acknowledged. Ngayon nga lang, baka ang isa sa dahilan ay yung kanilang pagkaka-restore. Kasi just like our cathedral, restored
yeah.
kasi siya. Parang yung
Yes,
original feature niya is hindi na ganyan. But they are trying to re-establish yung original feature niya, ma'am. Ano?
And we congratulate Father Jerry Perez for that. No?
Yes, oo.
Ang ka-work naman ni Father Jerry, the CBCP.
Oo. Kaya nga mabilis yung ating restoration ng ating pong Saint Peter Cathedral. And other churches, pati doon sa Lalo, ay buhay pa yung ating Saint Philomen Church. Ian, gataran mo yan, ma'am? Alcala, okay. Napakaganda rin nung Saint Philomen natin. Hopefully, ito ay ma-acknowledge din. Pero sabi ko nga, ito kasi yung mga churches na parang restored na siya. Dati napasabugan noong time ng mga, ewan ko kung sino sa kanila ang nagpasabog sa mga dumayo sa ating lugar. Okay, meron pa ba tayong ibang mga katanungan address to Director Diwa before we end this program sa ating mga media practitioners? Okay na tayong lahat. Okay, so Director, ngayon, alam nating napakarami nating aabangan for 2014 at napakaraming target ang ating DOT. Ngayong 2013, napakalaki nung ating tourist arrivals, napakaganda nung paglobo niya and hamon sa 2014 kung paano pa mas lalaki ang ating pong tourist arrivals. So ano po yung mga naiisip na ninyo ngayon na gawin para sa ganun ay over ang ating pong report for 2014?
Yes, it's really a challenge not only for the Department of Tourism but the whole country, for every Filipino to work for it, no? Dahil ang target natin ay for 2016, we must have an arrival for foreign tourists around 10 million for the whole country, and for domestic tourists around 56 million domestic tourists. So it's really a challenge for all the 15 regions to really work hard to have more tourism products to offer, to let the tourists stay longer dahil yun ay plus-plus sa atin. And of course, when we speak of tourism, it means a 60,000 business. There is jobs, there is livelihood, there is investment. And when we speak of tourism, I repeat, it is love of country, pride of country. And when we speak for that, it is a warm welcome, a unique hospitality for every Filipino.
Okay, so thank you very much for that, Director Bless Diwa ng Department of Tourism. Pero bago tayo mag-end, mga kaibigan, ay ituloy-tuloy na natin kasi ito yung next na magiging tawag dito. Ito ang next na ipapromote ng ating pong ahensya, ang ating pong Second National Ecotourism Festival. Meron palang binigay si kasamang Alvin sa atin na schedule of activities. Banggitin ko lang yung iba na maaaring makaka-capture ng attention ng ating mga tourists. Yung sa first day niya, merong tour to Agta community. base camp activity nila. So, although hindi ako bago dito kasi ang mga kapatid ko sa Peña Blanca ay mga agta din, ano? At isa ito sa attention doon. Pero doon ay makikita natin merong immersion siguro sa mga ito, ano? Magkakaroon ng immersion, Director Bless, ano? So if you want to experience the immersing with our AGTA brothers and sisters, you travel and visit Santa Teresita. Meron pa dito, of course, meron pa rin yung kanilang Tabaco Cave and Bangalaw Cave, yung kanila pong Bangalaw Lake, meron pa rin po yan. Marami pa ng cave doon, Director, ano? Meron pang Carcarato Cave, Makera Cave, Marciano Cave, Sinangraban Cave, and Mount Cagua. Napakalayo nitong Mount Cagua na to, pero isa ito sa pwedeng mapuntahan doon. They will be having their street dance competition on the 25th of February, and then meron ding survival Boy Scout and Girl Scout lecture sa area na yan. I just don't know, diyan ba ang venue ng Boy Scouts? Hindi. Girl Scout, magsimula na actually ngayong araw ang Girl Scout sa Gonzaga. Ang Boy Scout ay sa Piat. So siguro iba itong survival Boy Scout and Girl Scout na lecture na ito na gagawin. And meron din silang cultural show on the day 2 pa rin to in the afternoon, and then the takbo para sa kalikasan. And then they have their Carabao fashion, ano, Jel? Parang sa inyo rin, meron siya baka fashion. And then centipede walk, ewan ko kung paano to, eel catching. Nako, eel catching. Medyo mahirap yata ito, ano? Pero expert si kasamang Jeanette dito. And then, ecotourism development programs nila. Meron din para mga estudyante, may quiz bee, and then the other events. So, napakarami nilang event for the 1 week, I guess, na kanilang activity. And, yan, dire-diretso, merong bird watching and other activities on the 3rd. I-check lamang natin kung meron silang guest. Wala pa, ano? Of course, maliban kay Director Bless na alam nating pupunta doon, ay aalamin natin later on because pupunta naman tayo dyan for the advanced tourism promotion ng ating pong second second National Ecotourism Festival dyan sa Santa Teresita, Cagayan. Inaalok din po natin ang atin pong serbisyo para sa ibang local government unit dahil last year na umpisahan na po natin ito. Doon sa mga LGUs, kung gusto po ninyong ipromote ang inyong festival, bago po ang festival ninyo ay ipag-alam po ninyo sa atin para matulungan po namin kayo. Ano, katulad po ng ginawa namin sa ibang mga LGUs. Yes? Okay, sabi nila baka pwede daw tayong mag-media tour director para ma-appreciate ng mga media, no? We will submit a proposal director para sa ganun makita din natin yung availability mo at availability ng ating mga media partners. Okay. Yes ma'am. Please use your microphone. Okay.
Meron din itong this coming tomorrow will be the provincial encampment sa Gonzaga. So come and see the municipality of Gonzaga, one of the most beautiful municipality of the province of Cagayan. Nandun yung pinakamasarap na buko pie. Yes. And January 23 will be the KKK Festival. Hindi ito yung Katipunero, Ito yung Kalesa Kuchero Kabayo Festival, yung Pansit Kabagan. Fiesta na Kabagan. Yeah. January 23, no?
Bakit ma'am, KKK Festival na ang Kabagan ngayon?
Yun ang kanila, KKK. Kasi because they have the
Pero
unique...
pansit pa rin ang kanilang highlight. Okay. The KKK is a new project.
It started 2 years ago.
Okay.
Kasi they want to promote their kalesa na it's one of the original kalesa in the whole Cagayan Valley
But they
region.
should not erase the pansit kasi yun yung tatak nila, ma'am. Ano?
Pag
sige.
sinabi pansit, Kabagan.
Kabagan.
So, come and enjoy the KKK Festival Pansit Kabagan of Kabagan, Isabela.
Okay. So again, thank you very much, Regional Director Blessida G. Diwa ng Region 2. And of course, sa ating mga media friends, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Muli, sa ngatan po ng ating pong Regional Director, Director Purita S. Likas. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Oliver Tamayo Bakay. Maraming salamat. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat.